Okay, we have already talked about how to form the verb ser. I mean, not ser, tener, sorry, we've also talked about ser, but we're talking about tener now. And so you have used tener to show possession and say that you have to do something, like to say that you have something. Tengo muchos amigos, I have a lot of friends. Or tienes que asistir a clase, you have to attend class. There are other common expressions that use tener where English uses the verb to be. Note that many of these refer to things we might feel, hunger, thirst, cold, etc. So that's what we're going to look at here are these idiomatic expressions that use tener. So if you look down here, I'll start at the bottom. Tener calor. So if I say tengo calor, what I'm telling you is I'm hot, okay? But what it literally means is I have heat. So a lot of times what people want to say is tengo muy calor, like I'm very hot, but instead you say I have a lot of heat. So with these expressions, you're always going to use mucho or mucha. So tengo mucho calor is how you would say I'm very hot. Okay. Tengo frío would be saying that I am cold. Tengo hambre, ella está pensando en comida, so ella tiene hambre, she's hungry. Tener sed, ella está pensando en agua, entonces ella is thirsty. Tener sed is to be thirsty. Tener miedo, I don't know about you, but if a snake was that close to me, I'd be a little bit afraid myself. Tener sueño, I can relate to this as the mother of three. I am always this. Tener sueño is to be sleepy. Tener cuidado. You might see this a lot when there's those little orange signs out in, well, you know what? I might find a picture of it. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I went online and here's a picture. You can see that, well, if you look right here, caution, cuidado, and it says wet floor, piso mojado. What it's telling you is that the floor is wet. Piso mojado, that means the same thing. So what they're telling you, because the floor is wet, they want you to be cautious. So if I go back out here, cuidado just means to be cautious or to be careful. Okay, tener prisa. Our class starts at 8 o'clock and it's 7:55. Ella tiene mucha prisa. She wants to get there on time, so she's in a hurry. So tener prisa is to be in a hurry. Tener cuidado is to be careful. Ella dice que uno y uno son dos. She's saying one and one are two. So she's right. Tener razón is to be right or to be correct. Tener ganas de is to want to do something. Él tiene ganas de jugar al béisbol. Okay. You also use tener to express age. When people ask you cuántos años tienes, they want to know how old you are. So cuántos años tienes? Tengo 5 años or tengo 5. So you use tener to tell your age, not ser in Spanish. Let's see here. Okay, took me a minute to find my practice, but so let's practice. We've got Ricardo y Teresa, so we want to say, you know, what's the tener expression for them? So Ricardo y Teresa, if you look there, they're thinking about food, so they're hungry. The tener expression is tener hambre, okay? But it's Ricardo y Teresa that are hungry, or they. So if you go up here to they, you should use tienen. So we were given these in the infinitive form, but we still want to conjugate and make it match who our subject is. So Ricardo y Teresa tienen hambre, okay? If we go down here, el señor, he's 101. So we would probably say él, and I'm putting él here because I'm referring to him with a title. Remember that if you use a title like señor, doctor, profesor, you have to use a definite article with it when you talk about someone with a title. So el señor tener 101, 101 años de edad. So I'm saying he's 101 years old, okay? So since it's el señor, which is the same thing as he, I go up here, I have to change my tener to tiene. so that it matches my subject, okay? Luisa is dealing with this spider over here. I'm thinking she's afraid. So Luisa, and afraid is tener miedo. Who's afraid? Luisa or ella. If I go over here to ella, it should be tiene. So I'm going to change my tener to tiene. Luisa tiene miedo. Okay. Down here, Enrique y yo, we are cold. So Enrique y yo tener frío. That's to be cold. Whoops, frío. And if it's for Enrique y yo, that's the same thing as we. We are cold, so our tener is going to become tenemos. Tenemos frío. And if I want to, I can say tenemos mucho frío. We're very cold. Okay? You said that 1 and 1 are 3. Sadly, you are not right. So I'm going to say no. Okay, the correct verb is tener razón. Okay? Tu tener razón. Well, but if you said 1 and 1 are 3, you're not right. So all you want to do is put a no in front of your tener. Tu no tener razón. And then we want our tener to match up with tu, so it should change to tienes. So tu no tienes razón. Okay, so let's see if there's some more practice. Okay, so here's another one. Use the appropriate tener expression to describe these people's feelings or conditions. So, miro una película de Frankenstein muy tarde por la noche. So if I was watching it really late, I'm probably afraid. So tener miedo is to be afraid. And if it's I who was watching this movie, it's I who am afraid. So I'm going to make it tengo miedo, because remember, tengo goes with I. Los estudiantes indican que la capital de Perú es Lima. So they're right. So I'm going to say los estudiantes tener razón. Whoops. Tener razón. Okay, and so for they are right, ellos is tienen, so I'm going to change my tener to tienen. Ellos tienen razón. Alicia no almuerza, son las 4:30 de la tarde, so she didn't eat lunch, and it's 4 in the afternoon, she's probably hungry, so I'm going to say Alicia tener hambre. Alicia is the same thing as ella, so if it's ella, tener is going to become tiene hambre. La temperatura es 4 centígrados. ¡Qué frío! Rosa y yo, if it's only 4 degrees, it's going to be cold. So, Rosa y yo tener frío. And Rosa y yo is the same thing as we is tenemos. So, I'm going to say Rosa y yo tenemos frío. Hoy es mi cumpleaños, and then I'm going to plug in how old I am. So tengo, let's see, my son just had a birthday, so if it was him talking, because I don't want to tell you how old I am, he just turned 7, so tengo 7 años, or tengo, whoopsies, 7 años de edad. That's like saying, oh, I'm 7 years old, okay? And so, for some reason, I don't think I can get to 6. 6 is, oh, there it is. La señorita llega tarde a su clase de ciencias políticas. La clase es a las 9 y ya son las 9:10. She's probably in a hurry. So we're going to say la señorita. And again, I have to put the la because I'm using a title and I'm talking about this person. Tener prisa. And who it is that's in a hurry is she. She's in a hurry. So la señorita tiene prisa, okay? And up here, estudian la geografía de Arizona en el desierto. La temperatura está 35 centígrados. No hay agua, so they are thirsty, right? If it's 35, I think they're doing it in Celsius, so that would be hot. So we want to say, if it's for they, because they study, so tener sed, there's no water, they're thirsty, and for they, for ellos, it would become tienen sed.